Hi everyone, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to check out this video. As you can tell from the title, it's not my normal beauty video, but I felt like I really wanted to update you guys on what has been going on in my life. I asked you guys about a week ago on Snapchat if you guys wanted to see this because I'm always very hesitant to post stuff like this on my channel just because I'm not quite sure what you guys want to see, if you even care, but so many of you snapped me back and chatted with me on there and said that you would love to see it, and I just really appreciate that. So I guess for starters, I'm just gonna jump into everything and just ramble, so I'm sorry if this video is really long, but the first order of business is getting this out of the way. So if you guys noticed, if you really followed my channel, I missed quite a few uploads between let's say 2 months ago and now. I don't know, I make it sound like I missed a ton, but I probably I missed 3 uploads on Thursdays, and that was something that was really hard for me. I think in the last 2 years I only ever missed 1 Thursday upload. So like I said, I'm not sure if you guys even noticed, but for me it was a big deal, and it was because I was going through a breakup, unfortunately. So the person that I was with for 8 years, we dated from when I was 16 and I am 24 now, and like I said, this happened a couple months ago. He's been on this channel a couple times, but you know, it was for me, it was just something where I kind of saw it coming. I had a lot of anxiety and stress and guilt all balled up in that relationship, and it just got to the point where it was too much, and I just knew the right thing for me to do would be to get out of that. I know breakups are hard, but this was my first one. Before him, because we were together for so long, you know, I haven't dated a lot of people. The person I dated before him dated, I use that term very loosely because it was a month, and people tell me not to count that one, but I do because he was my boyfriend. But, you know, it was my best friend. He was my best friend. So it's been a complete life switch. My life has just been turned completely upside down, which is why I haven't really felt like filming or editing. Sometimes I just wanted to sleep in, and I just wanted to take time to focus on myself and my happiness. For the record though, as far as the breakup went, I think for the circumstances it went really well. We're still very cordial. We're not necessarily talking I mean, maybe a tiny bit here and there because it's still really awkward for me, but throughout the whole thing, he was really great, and all in all for me, it was just, I felt like God was telling me my time was up with him, and honestly, after everything went down, all of that guilt, all of that stress, all of that anxiety just completely went out the window, and that big old weight finally came off my shoulders. I think eventually I do want to sit down and make a video on breakups and stuff, because I just feel like I have had, I don't know, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I just feel like I've had a very positive outlook on everything, and I feel like that could help some people. I think it's still a little bit too soon to sit down and get into, not all the details, but you know, get into it a little bit more, and I don't think I'm ready to talk about it yet, but if you guys want to see that, let me know, and when I'm ready to do that, I definitely will. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to say on that topic, but I really don't think there is. But that kind of leads me into the next thing I wanted to touch on, and that is my videos and my channel in general. So for me, during this time, I really wanted to upload, and I think for me, I mean, this is my hobby. This is what I love to do. If anyone asks me what my passion is, it is this, what I'm doing right now. So for me to not upload, you know, I don't only feel like I'm letting you guys down, more so I feel like I'm letting myself down. So it was really hard for me to take my mind off that, but I knew that because what had just happened was so big in my life, I needed to just take that time and not let the, I don't want to say the burden, but the idea of trying to film and upload and all of that, I just needed to let all of that go for a minute. I'm really glad I did that though, because looking back, I feel like if I would have forced myself to film and edit, you know, get up on those days where I just didn't want to, I don't think my heart would have been in it, so I don't think the videos would have been as good, and I feel like I would just simply get burnt out on it at all. So that's kind of like, I don't know, a little word of advice. If you ever feel like you don't want to do something, don't do it. That is something that after getting out of that relationship, I've really realized, because you are in control of your life and your happiness. And, you know, even since then, even like the littlest, tiniest things, I'm like, if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to make myself do it. So that has been like a very eye-opening like perspective, I guess, that I've realized lately. And I'm really glad I did that, especially with my channel, because like now that I'm sitting here filming, I'm excited to do so. I've had so many good ideas lately. I'm in a much more positive headspace because I actually want to sit here and do this. And I have like my inspiration and my, what's the word I'm looking for? In my drive to do it, I guess. I have all of that back. So speaking of like my videos and my channel though, this is kind of like leading into this as well. I've had a really hard time, like, I don't know, with video ideas, I guess, lately. So for me, I think I've mentioned this before, but for like the last year, I've really struggled with the thought that I'm really just doing the videos that everyone else is doing on YouTube. And for some reason, that whole thought really bothers me. You know, I think when I was getting my channel up and running, like in the beginning, that's fine to do videos that other people are doing, because you have like something to look at and be like, okay, like it gives you ideas when necessarily you might not be in that super creative mindset yet. And so for me, like you know, I've had my original videos, and the one that really sticks out and to me is my most favorite video on this entire channel is my sporting event hairstyles. And it's crazy because that video did horrible, like as far as views go, but it's something that doesn't even bother me, because I felt like for me, that idea was just so original, and I just felt like that video was me, and that's what I want to do every single week here on this channel. You know, I just remember the excitement I had when I was doing that video and editing it and then uploading it. I was just so excited to show you guys that particular one because I felt like it was a little more original. So don't get me wrong, I'm still really gonna do like hauls and all of those really fun traditional videos, I guess you could call them, but I'm really trying now to push myself a little bit more to feel like I'm coming up with my own ideas. I feel like a lot of people do that though. I mean, I guess I shouldn't speak for like the other beauty people out there, but I feel like for a long time I really tried to put myself in this mold of what a beauty YouTuber should be, and I'm very tired of doing that. So if you guys have any video ideas that you want to see, please let me know down below. But also like another thing I've been playing around with in my mind is the idea of like an everyday girl's guide to beauty. For some reason, that like title has been stuck in my head for months. I think I'm starting to realize, and this kind of goes into like the whole mold of a beauty YouTuber thing, I am not like one of those people that wears a ton of makeup every single day, does these beautiful complex looks like Nikki tutorials or people like that. I just really feel like simply your everyday girl that is sharing her thoughts and opinions. And I've also had like, I don't want to call it a realization, but I've really been more mindful of the makeup I've been buying lately, and I don't really know why. I think I actually just got to that point where I stopped thinking, oh, I need to go out and get this brand new product for a video. Oh, I need to go get this for a video. Like, I truthfully now am like taking a step back and looking at it from my perspective, and I'm like, what do I want to try? You know, it might not be the newest things. Does this make sense? Like, I'm really just trying to be more mindful of what I buy and make sure I'm buying it for myself because I want to try it rather than for a video. So that all being said, I don't know. I want that to come across. Like, I want to somehow figure out how to bring that everyday style to my videos. I don't know, maybe I've already kind of done this. I would love your guys' feedback and opinions on that because for some reason I just feel like I haven't done that very much lately, and I kind of want to start doing that. I really feel like I'm not getting my point across here. And I guess I should let you guys in on something that I am kind of not wanting to tell you guys, because I canceled my Birchbox in Ipsy. I think this is when I was going through that time of really stepping back and taking a look at what I personally wanted rather than getting something for my videos. And those two subscriptions were definitely something that fell into the category of, oh, I'm just doing this for a video. I guess I should also mention that I got rid of Sephora Play too. So I, as of right now, am not subscribed to any other beauty services. But you know, I was getting to the point, and I'm being completely honest, where I hardly used any of the samples. Like, I know within the past few months I was trying them out for you guys, giving you reviews in the videos, and I loved doing that. I loved that, like, look at Birchbox and Ipsy rather than just like an unboxing. But for me, it's like I was almost having to force myself to use them, especially if they were ones that didn't interest me, like, right out of the gate. And I have, like, decluttered my makeup and, like, my skincare collection thing. Like, I have my makeup up here, and then down in my bathroom I have 3 big drawers of just all my skincare stuff, and I had so many samples, they were starting to drive me nuts. And whenever I would go through it, I would throw everything I didn't want in a bag, and it was a lot of those samples, and I would, like, give it away to my family. So for me, when I realized that, I'm like, why am I getting these when I don't even use the samples? So that was kind of my reasoning behind stopping those. So I have $30 extra a month now that I can either spend on something I want, or I could get another subscription. I don't know. I'm really not thinking of that now. I really don't want to think of that right now. But my friend, oh shoot, what is the subscription she really likes? Is it Glossy Box, or it's one of those, it's the one that's $21. I'm not quite sure which one it is. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen here if I could find it. But my friend loves that, and she's like, Lacey, now that you have $30, you should just, like, invest in one. And so I'm really on the fence about that. But that is kind of another thing. You know, like I said, I know a lot of you loved these videos, or my Birchbox versus Ipsy ones, and I did too. I really loved doing them for you guys. So I'm really, really sorry if that disappoints you. Next order of business is this hair. Have you guys noticed that I actually have a little color in it? I have not had, like, highlights for years, I don't think. I don't know if you guys really care, but I found a really, 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 really nice salon that I love here in Cincinnati. I don't know how many of you are local, but I wanted to just quickly throw it in this video because I had just such a positive experience there, and it is High Five Salon. And is it on Madison Road? Hold on. Yes, it is on Madison Road in Cincinnati. I'm really surprised that I remembered that. And for me, it was definitely a drive. I don't know why, but I only get my hair cut, or, like, I actually only go to the salon about once every year, which I know is crazy. But this time around, I wanted to try something new. And I wanted to actually spend a little bit more. I know that sounds weird. I was going to a friend of mine from high school's sister. She, like, did my hair for prom and things, which I absolutely loved, and I've been going to her for my hair for a long time. And I don't know why, but, like, I just wanted to almost test it out. This is, like, the beauty girl in me coming out. And I'm like, what would happen if I go to an expensive, or, like, a more expensive, nice salon and get my hair done? Will there really be any difference? So that was kind of my mindset going into it. So I actually just hopped on Google. I typed in the best salons in my city or something like that, and it said that High Five Salon for Cincinnati was the best. So I went ahead and called and made my appointment, and guys, this place, I've never felt the way I did in a hair salon. Like, seriously, as soon as I walked in, it's like this little quaint, I don't know, there's, like, wood things everywhere. It is just so kind of rustic, and there's, like, definitely a word I'm looking for that to, like, describe it. It's not, like, I don't know, it's not rustic. It's more, like, homey, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm describing that really, really weirdly. But I do have, like, a couple photos that I might show you guys just to kind of give you the feel of what this place was like. And I had Emerson, who was so nice. She and I had so much in common. And we did, like, this partial highlight type deal and just a little trim. And I gotta say, at first, you know, it was really weird having, like, a lighter color in my hair. And I actually got it done parted to the other side. And then I don't know why she would probably hate me if she knew I had parted it on this side, but I actually kind of like the way it looks on this side better. But yeah, I think she just put, like, some lightener in it and then toned it a tiny bit, so I don't think this is, like, any specific color, but I don't know, I needed it something different, and especially for summer, I'm loving it. And not to mention, at this place, which I did read in the reviews, they have caramels for you when you leave, and I love caramel. That is like, I could probably eat it by the spoonful, and I swear, guys, I think it was actually a Cincinnati-based company too, because it was called the Sunshine Caramel Company, I think, and I have to like track them down because this caramel, like, first of all, it was pretty darn big, but it was so soft, and it was so good, and I'm like, I need to track it down because now I need a bag of them. And all in all, really, for the price, I don't feel like I paid too much more, so I will definitely be going back to Emerson at High Five Salon, and let me know what you guys think of this hair, because personally, I'm loving the change. Overall, let me check my little list here. I think I covered everything in this video, and hopefully it is not too long, but thank you guys so much for sitting here and listening if you made it to the end. I really, truly appreciate that you guys would care so much to just hear what's going on in my life. But as always, guys, have a wonderful day. I can't wait to read over your comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!